All right. Good morning, good evening. Once again, happy holidays. Merry Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Happy New Year. Let's go. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Uh, wherever you at, part of the world, blessings, peace be upon you. All right, here we go. Another chapter. All right, chapter 19 now. Genesis chapter 19. All right, we're going to read word for word. See, we get an understanding so we can overstand it, right? All right. So we could question ourselves, our leaders, preachers, friends, and do some research, do some studying, do some thinking, right? Let's get some references. So let's put in some work. All right, but let's read though. All right, time to read. Word for word. All right. Okay. All right. So, all right, today, all right, we'll read chapter 19. All right, Genesis chapter 19. Let's get to it. All right, and there came two angels to Sodom at evening, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom. Okay. And Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them, and he bowed himself with his face toward the ground. So as soon as people see these beings, man, they automatically like bow down. Just automatically. Abraham did it. Now Lot is doing it. People, go bow down. You see these beings, these angels, these whatever name and titles, whatever culture you're in, or religion, etc. You see the prophets or leaders or people who follow them or know about them, automatically bow down. All right. Verse 2, chapter 19, verse 2. And he said, behold now, my lords. Wow, he said, my lords. Plural. Interesting. All right. And he said, behold now, my lords, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night and wash your feet. Okay. Tell you, washing that feet, it's a form of respect, man. It's like glory. Wash your feet. I wash it, It's a sign of honor, respect. Okay, all right. And ye shall rise up early and go on your ways. And they said, nay, but we will abide in the street all night. So these guys said, no, I ain't coming in your house. You said you could, come to the house, feed you, wash your feet and all that stuff, glorify you and all that. And wake up in the morning, you go on your way. And they said, nay. All right, we know what nay means. But we will abide in the street all night. I'd rather stay in the street all night. Get ready for whatever they're going to do. All right. Verse 3, and he pressed upon them greatly, and they turned in unto him and entered into his house. All right, they came into his house, and he made them a feast. Okay. A feast, a lot of food, right? These beings, right? These angels, these, they, walk in, I'm sure they got clothes on, and, I'm sure probably look different than he does. You mean, because as soon as he see them, he automatically know who they are. It's like, you better bow down. All right, wash their feet. You need to, show respect. All right. All right. So verse 3, and he pressed upon them greatly, and they turned in unto him and entered into his house, and he made them a feast, and did bake unleavened bread, and they did eat. They ate the food, right? Okay. These beings, these angels, these aliens, these extraterrestrials, these whatever names you want to give them, these lords, right? Right? And the lords, right? The Bible called them lords. He called them my lords, right? Okay. Verse 4, but before they lay down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house round, both old and young, all the people from every quarter. So people are coming over. All right, so people are coming over. All right, they want to see, what's going on. And they called unto Lot and said unto him, where are the men which came into thee this night? All right, so these people look at them as men, right? So, well, if you look at the Greek word, the origin of the word angel, it means messenger. So anybody could be a messenger. So these ain't spiritual beings now. People are telling a lot, yo, where these men at? That you got coming in the house, right? You made a feast for them. You fed them. You bow down to them. Interesting, right? All right. Anyway, let's move on. Let's read. Verse 5, and they called unto Lot and said unto him, where are the men which came into thee this night? Bring them out unto us, that we may know them. And Lot went out at the door unto them, and shut the door after him. Who talks like that? Anyway, okay. And Lot went out at the door unto them, and shut the door after him. That's crazy. All right. Verse 7. And said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly. All right. So said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly. Because he's telling them, yo, don't come over here and do any wicked stuff to these guys, man. Yo, come in. Yo, I hope you're coming in peace. But it seems like you guys coming in wickedly. I mean, we know what wickedly, wicked, right? Mean, right? Let's not act dumb now. I mean, if you don't, look up the word then. All right. Verse 8. Behold now, I have 2 daughters. Damn. He's willing to give up his daughters. Behold now, I have 2 daughters which have not known man. Yo, he's willing to give his daughters who are virgins. Okay? Lot is like, yo, you guys need to leave these guys alone. All right? It seems like what these people going to come over, they going to rape these guys? Like that he's willing to give up his daughters who are virgins? He's willing to sacrifice his daughters to these men. Take these women, take my daughters. You guys, you can't do nothing sexually or harass them or whatever wickedly stuff mindset they're going to do onto these guys. Lot is like protecting them. It's like, nah, I ain't coming here for that. Take my daughters. My virgin daughters. That's deep. Behold now, is verse 8, chapter 19, Genesis. Behold now, I have 2 daughters which have not known man. Let me, I pray ye, bring them out unto you, and do ye to them as is good in your eyes, only unto these men do nothing. For therefore came they under the shadow of my roof. And they said, stand back. And they said again, this one fellow came in to sojourn, and he will needs to be a judge. Now will we deal worse with thee than with them? And they pressed sore upon the man, even Lot, and came near to break the door. So they rushing in, right? But the men put forth their hand and pulled Lot into the house to them and shut to the door. And they smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness. All right. Okay. All right, let's not act dumb now. All right. They rushed in the house, pulled Lot to the side, and these beings, right, smoked. Now, I know we don't use this word, normally, S-M-O-T-E, look it up. I mean, smoke means to strike. Smoked or smart, whatever way how you say it means to strike, right? They strike the people with blindness. What kind of weapon they had that was so bright they blind them? Both, they say, and they smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness, both small and great, so that they wearied themselves to find the door. So they got scared. They couldn't see. They had to get themselves out the house. Like, yo, these dudes just blinded us with whatever they had in their hand. Could have been a flashlight. You know what I'm saying? Could have been a flashlight, and, could have been just a regular old flashlight, and they never seen a flashlight before, right? This is supposed to be, thousands of years ago, right? Well, it could have been a laser beam. Whatever it was, these people blind. He's like, you're not touching us, human beings, disgusting human beings. Y'all should have listened to Lot. Lot is willing to sacrifice his daughters. They were virgins. Y'all coming over at us? Here, take this. Right? They got smoked with blindness. All right, let's go. Verse, this is deep. This is deep. All right, verse 12, right? And the men said unto Lot, Hast thou here any besides? Son-in-law, and thy sons and thy daughters, and whatsoever thou hast in the city, bring them out of this place. For we will destroy this place, because the cry of them is waxing great before the face of the Lord. The higher Lord, of course, right? Because these guys are lords too, I mean, just like you have firemen and policemen and army, they're all soldiers. Marines, they're all soldiers. But there's different types. There's lieutenants, there's captains, right? There's generals, commissioners. But anyway, all right. For verse 13, for we will destroy this place, because the cry of them is waxing great before the face of the Lord, and the Lord hath sent us to destroy it. So they came here to destroy it, man. It's like it's too much wickedness over here, man. Sodom, get your people out, man. Verse 14, and Lot went out and spake unto his sons-in-laws, which married his daughters, and said, Up, get you out of this place, for the Lord will destroy the city. But he seemed as one that marked unto his sons-in-law. And when the morning arose, then the angels hastened Lot, saying, Arise, take thy wife and thy 2 daughters, which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city. And while he lingered, the men laid hold upon his hand and upon the hand of his wife, and upon the hand of his 2 daughters. Follow me now, okay? I mean, don't depend on my phone here, because, I do movements and all that, so my bad. But, because I can't read through. I could, but it's best that I read it with the flashlight from my phone, and I'm reading directly at the book. So, but follow me with your book that you have, and whatever version you have, and we'll be at the same pace. Okay. Where was I? Verse 16. And while he lingered, the men laid upon his hand and upon the hand of his wife and upon the hand of his 2 daughters, the Lord being merciful unto him. And they brought him forth and set him without the city. And it came to pass, when they had brought them forth abroad, that he said, Escape for thy life, look not behind thee, neither stay thou in all the plain, escape to the mountain, lest thou be consumed. And Lot said unto them, Oh, not so, my Lord. Behold, now thy servant hath found grace in thy sight, and thou hast magnified thy mercy, which thou hast showed unto me in saving my life. And I cannot escape to the mountain, lest some evil take me and I die. Behold, now this city is near to flee unto, and it is a little one. Oh, let me escape thee. Is it not a little one, and my soul shall live? There's a lot of, these guys, lots conversing with them and everything, all right. Verse 21, and he said unto him, See, I have accepted thee concerning this thing also, that I will not overthrow this city for which thou hast spoken. Hast thee escaped Dieter? This old English is something else, man. For I cannot do anything till thou become Dieter. Therefore, the name of the city was called Zoar. Verse 23. The sun was rising upon the earth when Lot entered into Zoar. Then the Lord rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven. Was it brimstone? Oh, was it missiles? Fire? Lasers? Bullets? They're going to use some type of symbolic words, to explain how the Lord out of heaven destroyed the city. But, it was fire, brimstone and fire. Wow. I mean, if you think of it, it's like, how the fire is going to come about, it can't come through your hand, if you're in the heavens. How you catapult, brimstones that's hot, heavy. What kind of platform, the Lord's going to use to be able to, like I said, to catapult, the fire and the brimstone. Just picture that. I mean, it sounds very destructive. All right. Anyway, so verse 25, and he overthrew those cities plural, and all the plain and all the inhabitants of the cities, and that which grew upon the ground. But his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. This Bible, it sounds like nuclear to me. I mean, it sounds like, hey, that's what he turned to salt. I mean, atomic bomb, a nuclear bomb, etc., radioactive, radiation, whatever, is being released upon the earth, fire and all that. You're going to turn to salt. You're going to evaporate. You're going to dissolve dirt. When they say salt, I mean, it's symbolic of evaporating, So it seems like some type of, nuclear or something, radiation, because that's, today, that's being used today, right? I mean, we know that bombs and, atomic bombs could wipe you out, could turn you into salt. I mean, into dust. But anyway. All right. And Abraham got up early in the morning to the place where he stood before the Lord. Verse 27. And he looked toward Sodom and Gomorrah and toward all the land of the plain, and beheld, and lo, the smoke of the country went up as the smoke of a furnace. Sound like bombs was dropped to me, man. I mean, the whole city is in smoke and all. I mean, we see that today. What's going on today? All the wars is going on now, right? You see smoke, right? Brimstone and fire is symbolic of missiles. I mean, don't we see that today when bombs are dropped? The whole city is in smoke and all that stuff. And, after you drop the bombs and, you move on and you look back, see smoke. And if you're near it, whatever chemicals, uranium or radiation, etc., radioactive, whatever, you get close to it, you're going to evaporate, or get sick or get, die, breathe it, We see that today throughout history. World War I, II, maybe it looks like we're heading towards World War III. Who knows? But, it just look like what I'm reading now, happened thousands of years ago. Hey, this is just, anyway. All right. Verse 29. It came to pass when God destroyed the cities of the plain, that God remembered Abraham and sent Lot out of the midst of the overthrow, when he overthrew the cities in the which Lot dwelt. God destroyed. He came in peace now. He destroyed, wiped out thousands of people, right? He came down and talked like, yo, I'm going to destroy the city. Lot, take your family, get out. I sent my soldiers. We're going to wipe the city out, man. I mean, think about it. He didn't come down to trying to convert, what I'm saying, teaching peace and all that. Nothing but brimstone, fire, missiles, whatever. Whatever technology that was used to destroy the cities, it was used. And it killed men, women, and children. And Lot went out of the, verse 30, and Lot went up out of Zoar and dwelt in the mountain, and his 2 daughters with him, for he feared to dwell in Zoar. And he dwelt in a cave, he and his 2 daughters. And the firstborn said unto the younger, Our father is old. Boy, it's getting old. And there is not a man in the earth to come in unto us. Right? To come in. Right? To come in unto us. We're talking about sex here, right? There's no man now. All the men are dead now, Sodom and Gomorrah. We're in the cave. We're stuck in the cave. We're virgins. We don't got no man to come unto us. All right, verse 31. Let's read that again. And the firstborn of the daughter, right, said unto the younger daughter, Our father is old, and there is not a man in the earth to come in unto us after the manner of all the earth. Come, let us make our father drink wine. Let's get him drunk, and we will lie with him. Damn, that's incest. That's something for you to think about. That's incest right here. I mean, golly. And they made their father drink wine that night, and the firstborn went in and lay with her father. And he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose. And it came to pass on the morrow that the firstborn said unto the younger, Behold, I lay yesternight with my father. Wow. Let us make him drink wine this night also, and go down in and lie with him, that we may preserve seed of our father. Right? Let's get him drunk again. Let's lay with him, have sex with him, so we can, so we could live on, right? Through his kids. And they made their father drink wine that night also. And the younger arose and lay with him, and he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose. Though were both the daughters of Lot with child by their father. And the firstborn bare a son, and called his name Moab. The same is the father of the Moabites unto this day. And the younger, she also bare a son, and called his name Ben-Ammi. The same is the father of the children of Ammon unto this day. Wow. All right, man. I'm going to let you guys soak this in, right? Think about it. Read it again. All right? I'm sure you probably read this before but never thought about it, how it was read to you, or you probably wasn't even thinking about it, or you never read it before. This is your first time. Who knows? But use common sense, man. Logic. I mean, hey, listen. We're just reading this together, man, and just like, a lot of times people read it, don't even read it. They just skip, doing a lot of skipping and trash talking and preaching and sounding good and skip this, that, just to use certain verses and words and chapters just to relate it to themselves, or just talking about different topics and all that. And But when you start reading it word for word, it's like, the stories, man, it's like, wow. It's like, damn. Never looked at it like this, I never thought this was like that. I never thought it was worded like this. I never thought the story, never thought that, so much destruction and deceitful and sacrifice and, doing what they have to do to preserve life. Or wow. All right, well, you read it, man. Incest, the daughters slept with their father, got them drunk. Listen, Happy New Year. Everybody be safe. All right, take care of yourself, take care of your family, your children, your wife, your mom, dad, sister, brother, cousins, uncles. If not, just take care of you, man. Do the right thing. Represent. All right. It's a new year. And, I look for good. I'm going to read about the bad, see the bad, but I'm going to look for good. All right. So let's represent that. And peace and blessings. Be safe. Good evening. Good night. Good morning. Good afternoon. Have a good one. Travel in peace. Think big. Do your research. Gain knowledge. Open your mind. Use common sense. Think before you do anything. Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt others. Peace and blessings.